Hi, I'm Mike. I'm the founder of GoodBed.com. As you may know, GoodBed is a mattress shopping resource designed to make it easier to look across brands and stores to find the best mattress for you. Today, we're here to review a mattress, which is called the NewSleep Jerome Mattress. One of our core beliefs at GoodBed is that you need personalized information in order to make a good choice, meaning in order to choose the right mattress for you. So as we talk about the Jerome here, we're going to not only be talking about how it compares to other options you might find online, as well as in your nearby stores, but we're also going to be talking about what types of people this might be a good match for and what types of people this might not be such a good match for. So NewSleep is actually a new company. They launched this product in 2016, but it's worth pointing out that the founders of NewSleep have been in the industry for a long time. So one of the things that we like about NewSleep's approach is that they don't believe in the one-size-fits-all mantra. Currently, they actually offer 5 models. They range from, in their terminology, ultra plush to firm, and they vary between what we would consider a traditional memory foam mattress to mattresses that involve latex over foam, or in this case, what we're looking at is latex over foam with a layer of memory foam in between. So the Jerome mattress is, they call a medium firm mattress. We would characterize it as actually something a bit softer than that in our spectrum. But what you have here is 3 inches of natural blend Talalay latex on top, which is Okotex certified, which for those of you who don't know is a standard that basically just makes sure there's no harmful chemicals involved in the making of the latex. Then on bottom you have a standard polyurethane foam block, and in between is a layer of 2 inches of memory foam. So that's kind of a unique combination, especially to have that memory foam layer underneath the latex. It's something that we've seen in the Casper as just an example, but here you're looking at 3 inches of latex over 2 inches of memory foam, whereas in the Casper you're looking at about 1.5 inches over 1.5 inches. So it's going to be a bit of a different feel as a result. So we're looking forward to sharing that with you. So in terms of the softness level of this mattress, I think it's important. A lot of the terminology gets confusing with these mattresses, and everyone kind of has their own spectrum, every manufacturer. So we try to standardize that on a spectrum that you can use to compare across brands. So they call this a medium firm. What we would say is that this is on the soft side of medium. So we'd call it a medium soft in our spectrum. So if we've got anything from very firm to very soft with medium in the dead middle, this is medium soft. And so you can kind of see here that the latex on top, you can just tell the plushness in this upper layer as I press down lightly on it. And you could also see it when I get on it like this. So we would definitely call this a medium soft. So those of you who've watched our videos before know that there are 2 absolutely non-negotiable things that everybody has to get from their mattress, which are back support and pressure relief. And so we're going to start our review of this with those 2 things. So when it comes to back support, I'm going to just start by laying down here and just kind of showing you what it looks like with me on the mattress. So for me, I am a 6 foot tall and almost 200 pounds or so. And what I'm finding on this is that, and I'm predominantly a back sleeper, so I'm usually in this position for most of the night. And what I find is that in this position, this mattress is actually a great fit. It's keeping my spine perfectly aligned. It's allowing, in the back position, the important thing is that you're able to keep that natural curvature of the spine so that there has to be the ability for your hips to sink into the mattress in order for the mattress to be able to also support that curve in your lumbar area. So I'm finding that this mattress is doing a great job of that. I had no issues back support wise or back pain wise when I sleep on this mattress through the night. I can also roll over to my side, and I don't tend to spend a great deal of time in this position during the night, but I do feel that if I did, I would also be pretty well supported for someone of my size and shape in this position, because my spine, my shoulders are able to sink enough into the mattress that my spine in this position is in that straight line kind of thing, which is what you want in that side position. So my hips, my shoulders are in there, and my spine feels straight. So what I would worry about, perhaps, if there's anyone for whom this mattress might not deliver good back support, it might be someone who is significantly heavier than me, as just an example, and someone in particular maybe who is also a stomach sleeper predominantly. So if I were to shift over towards my stomach, now in this position, you know, if your heaviest parts are sinking any further into the mattress than what mine are, what you'd find is that your back can overarch, and that is a surefire recipe for back pain. So this mattress might be a little too soft for someone who's heavier than me and a stomach sleeper, but I think it would be a pretty okay fit back support wise for someone who's lighter than me, because the latex has enough softness that even if you weren't as heavy as me, I think it would still accommodate your curves quite well. So in terms of pressure relief, the best way for anyone to assess the pressure relief qualities of a mattress is by getting on that mattress on your side. And the reason for this is because in this position, your weight is distributed over the smallest surface area of your body. So you're most likely to notice pressure points maybe in your shoulders or your hips. So because those areas are protruding deepest into the mattress and bearing the brunt of your weight. So what I'm noticing on this mattress is I'm not really feeling the benefits of the memory foam, which is probably one of the best pressure relieving materials out there, because it is so far down in the mattress. It's got these 3 inches of latex on top of it. However, the latex itself is a great pressure relieving material. Not quite as good as memory foam when it comes to pressure relief, but still very good. And this is relatively soft, medium soft latex. So it's providing pretty good pressure relief for me. I don't spend a lot of time, as I mentioned, on my side when I sleep, but I do think that if I were on my side for the predominance of the night, I don't see myself likely having a problem with pressure points on this mattress. Now, what you might worry about with pressure relief is that if I were much heavier than I am, would I bottom out on the mattress, which might cause me to have pressure points that I'm not experiencing given my size and weight. But in this particular case, I think that there's enough cushioning in this mattress that I don't see that being a likely occurrence, even if I were, say, 50 to 100 pounds more than I am. And I certainly think that if I were lighter than I am, that this mattress has enough softness and pressure relieving characteristics that I would be well taken care of in the pressure relief department. The mattress has a number of other properties that are going to make it a better or a worse fit for you, depending more on your preferences. And one of the most pronounced preferences that people tend to have relates to the degree of memory feel in the mattress. You know, how much does it have that classic memory Tempur-Pedic type of feel where you're kind of gently melting into the bed versus a very quick response mattress that kind of springs right back and quickly responds when you press down on it or release pressure from it. So that tends to be very much kind of like people are way over here in that spectrum, love this, or they don't like that and they're way over here, although some people are somewhere in the middle, of course. I started with that particular characteristic in this case because this mattress has a somewhat unique combination of memory foam and latex. So you might be wondering if this mattress is going to have that kind of memory feel. And I'd say it doesn't really have that kind of memory feel. As you can see here, I mean, the most well-known characteristic of that memory foam mattress is that you can kind of press down and leave that handprint. And as you can see here, this mattress just springs back immediately. And that's because of those 3 inches of latex in the top, which are really kind of dominating the overall feel of the mattress relative to that layer of memory foam underneath. So you're not really getting that memory foam feel at all. Where you do maybe pick up a little bit on the memory foam relative to a mattress that were just latex over foam, for example, is that maybe there's just a little bit less bounce when you come down on it. You can see here there's very little bounce as I do this. Were this to be only latex over foam, I think you'd see a bit more. And certainly if this were all latex, you would definitely notice more bounce in those, if I were doing that on this mattress. So compared to an all latex mattress, less bounce. Compared to a memory foam mattress, a little bit more, and definitely does not have that kind of classic memory feel.
So another criteria that people have or a preference is related to the depth of cushioning in a mattress. So kind of how much do you sleep in the mattress versus on the mattress? In this case, we're looking at a mattress that is 13 inches thick, and it's got, about half of that is kind of cushiony type of layers on the top. So as you might expect, this is going to have deeper than average cushioning. So you can kind of look and see here like how much I am sinking into the mattress. And not sinking is not the right word, but I'm just sort of sitting in the mattress as I lay on it. So this is great, I think, for someone who likes that feeling of being kind of cradled by the mattress and sleeping in the mattress. But at the same time, it's not, if this were a memory foam mattress, a strictly memory foam mattress, where I had this much cushioning depth, what I would feel is a little bit more of the mattress up against my body. Because it's latex, it's not quite as conforming in that sense of being kind of right, creating a mold of my body. It's a different kind of cushioning depth. So it does still feel generally like it doesn't quite feel like you're as in the mattress as it might if it were a memory foam mattress. But it's definitely some reasonably deep cushioning.
Okay, so just briefly, what I'm holding here is a 30-pound medicine ball. And what we're gonna do is just put this on the mattress so that you can get a sense of how deep the cushioning is on this mattress. And as you can see, as we were describing from when I was laying on it, this medicine ball is going pretty far into the mattress because of the deeper than average cushioning that you have here. And you can really kind of see this. We use this ball just kind of to provide a standard comparison, since you can look at some of our other videos and you can see how much cushioning depth there is on this mattress relative to some other ones. So we talked a little bit about cushioning depth earlier, and I thought that was a good segue into talking about temperature, which is another preference people have. So some people tend to sleep really hot, some people tend to sleep really cool and get cold at night. Most people are somewhere right in the middle. And for those people, generally speaking, you're not going to have too much to worry about on a mattress, and certainly I don't think you'd have a lot to worry about on this mattress. If you tend to be towards the really warm end of the spectrum, then you may have heard that memory foam kind of has a reputation for sleeping warmer. So you might be concerned about there being memory foam in this mattress. I think in this case, the effect of the memory foam, because it is so 3 inches down below latex, is going to be relatively minimal to none. The latex is going to have a much more pronounced effect on what kind of temperature you're going to feel during the night. And latex is not known to be kind of a super hot sleeping surface material. In general, though, that being said, mattresses that are softer and have a little bit deeper cushioning tend to feel a little bit warmer on the margin. This one fits that characteristic, but as we talked about, the cushioning depth is not super conforming, and as a result, even though you're down kind of in the mattress a little bit, this mattress is not covering a whole lot of your body's surface area insofar as actually like preventing your body's surface area from eliminating excess heat, which is what can sometimes happen with memory foam. So in general, I think this mattress is not likely to cause a lot of temperature issues for you, unless perhaps you're extremely at the sensitive end of the spectrum. Another criteria that you're going to want to consider when choosing a mattress is how important is motion isolation to you. And what we mean by that is essentially how much are you going to be disturbed by actions or motions on the other side of the bed. So if you're a light sleeper and maybe you have a restless partner, or you're often joined by kids or pets during the night, then this might be something that's a particular concern for you. So in general, what you're looking at here is, first of all, you've got a foam core. And foam tends to be, have good motion isolation properties, particularly when compared to, say, a connected coil unit, which would be like the classic example of maybe the least effective motion isolation in a mattress. And then on top of that, you've got a layer of memory foam, which has excellent motion isolation properties, followed by this top layer of 3 inches of latex. And it's actually that top layer where this particular mattress maybe has its weak point in the motion isolation category. Overall, motion isolation on this mattress is not bad, but it's not as good as maybe a traditional memory foam mattress would be. And it has to do with this top layer of latex. And it also has to do with what we described earlier when we were looking at the cushioning depth, how the mattress is not totally conforming to you as your body goes down. It's more like, as I push down here, you can see that like the point elasticity is relatively low, in that this part of the mattress is even coming down even as far away as a foot away from my hand. So that is what can lead to a little bit of motion disturbance on this mattress. We'll demonstrate this with a little demo we like to do so you can see it directly and compare it to other mattresses though. Okay, so what you're looking at here is a standard bowling pin sitting on a small piece of tempered glass just to give it a surface to rest on. And what we like to do here is just kind of use this as an ability to demonstrate kind of the motion isolation properties of a mattress. So all I'm doing here is I'm applying some moderate pressure to this side of the bed, and you can see that the bowling pin is affected by this. It's definitely got some movement. And again, that's due to that top layer of latex just having some stretch in it, and and as I push down here, that top layer is slightly affected. Now, this is not a great deal of motion isolation. You know, if we were looking at a connected coil, kind of old school traditional mattress, the bowling pin would topple over when I do something like this. So you're not seeing that happen, and we can even simulate. That's my light sleeping partner, and I'm the bull in the china shop who gets into bed, and I can get into bed without knocking over the bowling pin of my partner. But at the same time, we wanted to point out that if you look at some of our other videos, this definitely has maybe not quite as good a motion isolation as some of the other beds we've tested. And so if this is a criteria that's of utmost importance to you, then maybe this is not the right mattress for you. But otherwise, this is going to do the job just fine.
Okay, so another criteria just we want to touch on briefly is the ease of repositioning on a mattress. Now, for most people, this is not going to be a really big deal, but if you're someone for whom it's difficult to move around at night, we'd like to touch on this particular characteristic in a mattress. So what we see here on this one, the cushioning depth is a little deeper, as we talked about, which can affect the ease of repositioning, but because this is latex here, it very much is easy to move around. I mean, that whole point elasticity characteristic I described earlier works in your favor when it comes to the ease of repositioning, because you're not having to kind of roll out of a hole that you are in. You're able to kind of easily move from one position to another.
Another consideration that you may have is edge support. Now, edge support can come into play in a couple occasions. Number one, you might be somebody who likes to sit on the edge of the bed and tie your shoes, for example. Or number two, you might be someone who, for whatever reason, finds themselves sleeping near the edge of the bed, and you obviously don't want to have that kind of disconcerted feeling of like you might roll off the bed if you're in that situation. So we look at edge support for those reasons. As you can see, I'm sitting on the bed, the edge of the bed right now, and this bed being a softer bed that's all foam construction, meaning no coil spring unit and no edge reinforcement features particularly, there's naturally a great deal of kind of indentation as I sit on the edge of the bed. I don't feel like wildly unstable in this position. I'm actually feel relatively stable. However, you know, at the same time, this may or may not be a solid feeling for you if you're going to be in this position a lot and you're, you know, maybe you don't feel stable in often cases in those situations. So something to bear in mind. I think it's more pronounced what you notice about the edge support of this mattress when I try to lie on the edge of it. And you can really see that, like, this is not a position that I could spend much time in, because I have this distinct sensation that I might, at any moment, certainly if I were to fall asleep, I could potentially roll the wrong way here. So generally speaking, you know, I wouldn't feel comfortable sleeping much closer to the edge than say this. Over here it's fine, but up against the edge, not so much. So another consideration that you may have is about the degree of, say, natural materials that are in this mattress, or maybe on the other hand, you're more just concerned about the lack of harmful chemical materials that are used in the mattress. So we don't always cover this because it's not always part of the story of the mattress, but in this case, NewSleep does talk a little bit about a few different things on this front, so we wanted to just cover those briefly. The first thing they talk about is that the top layer is what they call a natural latex, which is a standard term in terms of how the industry refers to latex. But what the industry means when they say natural latex is actually a natural blend latex. Unless they call it 100% natural latex or all natural latex, they mean that it's some blend of natural and synthetic latex. So it's a bit of a confusing thing. On our site, we call it natural blend latex. Typically, you're looking at something along the lines of 30% natural and 70% synthetic latex. It is latex, all of it, but just the synthetic part is not made from the rubber tree. And that natural latex is certified to the OEKO-TEX standard, which is a standard that basically measures to ensure that there is not harmful materials used in the making of that latex. So that's an additional reassurance that you can take as it relates to that latex layer. And then below that, of course, you've got the polyurethane foam, on top of which you have the memory foam. And both of those foams are certified to the CertiPure standard, which is a different standard but kind of similar to the OEKO-TEX in that it looks at the materials that are used in the making of those foam layers and makes sure that there are not certain harmful ones present. And it also actually looks at the off-gassing of those foam layers to make sure that they don't exceed certain levels of off-gassing. So that, again, is just another reassurance that you can take in this case. So one of the reasons we talk about the materials in a mattress is because sometimes they can be the best predictor of how long the mattress is going to last. A brand like NewSleep, being as new as they are, there's obviously no historical data to point to in terms of how long these mattresses last. So your best predictor is really to look at the materials themselves. So, and you're generally trying to look for kind of what the weak link is, if there is any. Latex, this is a 3-inch latex layer on top. Generally speaking, you know, you're gonna, this is where if you had a weak layer here, you might have body impressions or something, but latex is a very durable material, so I don't expect that to be a problem. This is good quality latex that they're using here. Underneath this is a 4-pound memory foam, which is kind of like an average quality memory foam. If this was the top layer, the 4-pound, then you might have a little bit more concerns as it relates to longevity, but being down underneath the 3 inches of latex, I don't consider that to be a concern there. And then underneath this, you have the 6.5-inch base layer of foam, and they're actually using a pretty nice density foam. They're using a 2-pound density in that base layer, which is certainly better than average in terms of that base layer. My only concern with that base layer is that it is convoluted foam, which means kind of like a fancy word for egg crate foam, so that could have the potential to kind of pack down a little bit over time. But again, since it's underneath 6.5 or so inches of cushioning layers, I'm not too concerned about it. Likewise, the latex has convoluted aspects to it as well. They've got some egg crate action in the latex too. which could generally be a problem, but because latex is a pretty durable material, very durable material, I'm not too worried about it in this case. So overall, I think you're getting good quality materials in this mattress. So one criteria that's important to really every mattress shopper is value and affordability. So when we talk about value, we really are looking at three things. How much does it cost? What's in it? And how long is it likely to last? So we've talked a little bit about what's in it and how long it's likely to last in the materials and construction section. But what we haven't talked about is how much it costs. So the current price point on the Jerome mattress is $899 in a queen. So when you consider, just to recap some of those things we discussed earlier, that you're looking at 3 inches of latex, which is a premium material, below which you've got a couple inches of memory foam, 4-pound memory foam, which is again kind of like middle of the road memory foam, but a premium material nonetheless. That's 5 inches of total premium materials on top of what is the 2-pound foam base, which is a very good quality base density. This is a well-made mattress, and it feels like a well-made mattress when you're sitting on it. So to get that for an $899 price point, we do believe is a very good value. So lastly, what we want to touch on is just a criteria that is important to a lot of people who are buying a mattress online, which is return policy. Since you can't try this in a store, for most of you, the return policy gives you a chance to try it in your home. In this case, they let you do it for 100 nights risk-free. The delivery is free, so you don't have to worry about some non-refundable delivery charge. And if you don't like it after 100 nights, they ask simply that you donate it and provide some kind of a receipt that you did that, and they will refund your money in full. So that's a pretty good reassurance. If you are kind of seriously considering it, I think that should give you comfort in at least giving it a try. So just to summarize what we've been talking about here today, the NewSleep Jerome mattress is kind of unique in the bed-in-the-box sphere because it offers more of that traditional pillow top type experience that you might find in your local store or something more similar to that. One way it differs from a lot of those pillow tops in your local stores is it's not a spring core. You are looking at a all foam mattress here. But I think just the overall feel of it is going to be closer to that than a lot of the other things that you find online. In terms of who this is a good fit for, we talked about how this is a great fit for people who are looking for that medium soft kind of a feel, who like a little bit deeper cushioning, who are not interested in that kind of memory foam feel or the sort of bounciness of a spring mattress, so want something kind of in that middle ground area. Maybe not the best fit if, say, edge support is of utmost importance to you, or motion isolation is a critical factor. But otherwise, we generally find this to be, if those types of criteria seem like a good match for you, we definitely think that this offers good value for what materials it uses and what we would expect the longevity to be. So if you've gotten to this point in the video and you feel confident that the NewSleep Jerome mattress is the right one for you, that is great, and we are really glad that this video could help you confirm that. And we do hope that if you buy the NewSleep Jerome mattress, that you will come back to GoodBed and you will write a review of that mattress so that other mattress shoppers, millions of them, can benefit from your personal experience with this product. If, on the other hand, you're still not sure whether this kind of combination of memory foam and latex in an all-foam mattress is right for you, or even just if this NewSleep Jerome mattress model in particular is not right for you, then what we would urge you to do is to go to goodbed.com and take our mattress match quiz, which you can find right up in the header of our website. The mattress match quiz will walk you through all of the same criteria and considerations that we talked about in this video, and will ultimately show you the best matches for you, both online as well as in your area. And it will, even if you want it to, will show you your individual match score for this particular model. So that's all. Thank you for watching, and we hope you sleep well.